Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here a pen wrap or pen roll that was provided from Vince at the Turner's Workshop and also the Northumbrian Pen Company. And this is a leather wrap or roll, depending on which you want to call it. I never quite know. I tend to call them wraps, but they're also known as rolls as well because you roll them or roll the wrap. So this is basically a leather pen roll, and you can see here it's made of a nice leather, and I can actually smell that leather, which is nice. I do like the smell of leather. And it holds effectively 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pens. And this is actually quite a nice pen roll that you can buy from the Northumbrian Pen Company on their website, and also Turner's Workshop as well. So both websites actually sell this pen roll. And this was provided to me by Vince when I was at the Northern Pen Show in the end of April, and he asked if I would do a review of it, and I said yes, I would. So I think the quality here, you can see here, there's this nice engraving going on there, and you can see there Northumbrian Pen Company. The stitching is actually quite a good quality stitching, as you can see there, and I do think that this case is actually made quite well. Now the internal stitching, you can see as well, is of a good quality, and it has this like felt type cloth, and that will protect your pens quite nicely. I think in terms of the stitching on the outside, you can see there that the stitching is of a good quality as well, and the leather is of a fairly good quality. It's a thin leather, it's not a thick leather, but you need that in terms of a pen roll. And I think the tanning or the dye that's going on there is actually quite good as well. Now, in terms of the clasp, you have this strap here, and it has Velcro on. And I actually do like this idea on a pen roll. I have a number of pen rolls that actually have tie strings or drawer toggles, and although they are quite functional, I actually do prefer Velcro. I'm a Velcro kind of person. So let's have a look, try and get some pens in here. So I have my trusty Pelikan M800 Royal Gold Rawdon. You can see there it just about fits. I have an Atelier Lusso Carina, and that just about fits as well. I have a Twisby Diamond 580 AL, and that fits. I have a Montegrappa Extra 1930 Shiny Lines Dove, and although that's a much thicker pen, that fits too. And then I'll try John Twist pen that I have here, which is my new Twist Pens Volcano. So you can see here that all of the pens actually fit quite nicely. There's quite a width here to each of the pen slots. Now, this leather flap doesn't come down that much, but it will cover most of the clips. Now, there are two ways that you can actually do this. You could tightly roll this case up, which I will attempt to do here. And bearing in mind it's leather, so it is more difficult to roll such a thing up. But you can see here it actually rolls quite nicely. Now, my only concern with this is that there might be some cracking eventually going on this leather if you try to roll it up too tightly. So one thing that I have been doing with this, we'll start again, is because it's a 5 pen wrap or pen roll, I'm just folding it. And if I fold that across like so, you get a slightly wider but thinner pouch, more like a wallet or a purse. And I think it protects the ends a lot better. So for me, this is actually a really nice pen roll. Now, the only issue that I see with this pen roll, and it really depends on the size of your pens, that if I was to, say, remove the TWSBI and put one of my longer pens in, an Armando Simone Club pen, you can see here, this is where the seam is. It's not going to support any pens that are larger in length. So that is one of the downsides. I cannot push this pen down any further. It's right at the bottom there. So that's the only downside I would say about this pen roll. Outside of that, I actually find it quite good. It's a nice pen roll, and again, if I just fold this into effectively two, and then just bring the strap round, you can see there's just a little bit there that you can Velcro across, and that actually becomes a nice portable size. So you could just chuck this in your back pocket, chuck it in your coat pocket, chuck it in your bag, and I think this would actually be quite a good case. Now, it will only hold 5 pens though, but then a lot of people tend not to carry too many pens around. I'm probably one of the only people that carry a lot of pens around. So for me, I would use this as an additional supplementary pen case. A lot of time I will carry 1 or 2 12 pen cases with me, and then sometimes I just want to take another 5 or 6 pens. So for me, this is actually a good size. I would like to see this in a 12 pen case, but I think being leather, I think you're going to find that this becomes very wide once rolled up, and I think it's going to be a little bit on the large size. Ultimately though, what I would like to see, if Vince does more of these or future revisions of these, is to support a little bit more lengthier pen here, so that we can get one of these longer pens into the pen case here, because that would actually be a lot better. But you can see here when you roll this up, that most of those clips are going to be protected there. So it is actually a very good case that you can have for your pens. So I just wanted to do a very brief review of this. I'll also show you some rods that Vince also allowed me to play. Vince sells these rods for custom pen makers, and I got to play with these at the Northern Pen Show, and I'll show you a few pictures here. You can see some really, really stunning rods. There are a number of different rods here that you may recognise. Some of these are old Omas material, celluloid material. There are also Conway Stewart material here. There's like the Conway Stewart Red Stardust. So these are rods that are available for purchase, or you will get a cut down version, normally a 5 or 6 inch length of rod, and you can also buy these from Vince at Turner's Workshop, and you can then have these turned into custom pens. So I wanted to also show these off as well. And Vince also sells a lot of other things, including pen storage cases, boxes, display boxes, and a lot of other things for pen turners as well. He also sells Ashton leather cases. So if you want to check out his website, you can do. It's at theturnersworkshop.co.uk, and also the Northumbrian Pen Company. And I'll put the links below so that you can see these. But I just wanted to show you this leather pen roll. I think it's a really good pen roll, and I do like how this has turned out. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.